What if the years you've written off as lost were not lost at all? What if every moment of pain, every wrong turn, every season of emptiness was actually a period of unseen preparation? You look at your past and you feel the weight of it, a deep ache for what could have been. You've been led to believe this is your story, a history carved in stone. But that is the great illusion. There is a power sleeping within you that does not recognize wasted time. It is a power that doesn't just mend, it resurrects. It doesn't just repair, it completely restores in ways your logical mind cannot comprehend. In the next few minutes, we will awaken that power. You will not learn a method. You will remember a truth that will transform the chains of your past into the keys to your future. Watch until the end, because the person who starts this video will not be the person who finishes it. Your restoration begins now. Listen closely. There is a promise, whispered in the very core of your being. A promise that is not written in a book, but in the fabric of your own magnificent consciousness. It speaks of restoration. It speaks of the years you believe were lost, the years the locusts of doubt, fear, and hesitation have eaten. You look back and you see a wasteland of missed opportunities, of broken connections, of a life you could have lived. And you ache, but the great I am within you, the one and only operant power, does not see loss. It sees only energy waiting to be reclaimed. This promise isn't a gentle comfort for your pain. Oh no. It is a thunderous declaration of law. A law that states that what was consumed by the shadow can, and will, be returned to you in light. This is not a hope. It is a divine certainty, waiting for your acceptance. You must understand this from the outset. You are not begging for scraps. You are claiming a kingdom that has always been yours. But don't mistake this for a journey back in time. This isn't about rewinding the clock to fix what went wrong. That's a human fantasy, a trap of the logical mind. The power that creates worlds doesn't deal in repairs, it deals in creation. The restoration promised is not about getting the old you back. It's about becoming the person who was always meant to emerge from that fire. It is an infusion of such abundance, such profound peace and purpose, that the memory of the past loses its sting. The past will not be erased. It will be redeemed. It will become the foundation upon which your new temple is built. Imagine a future so bright, so complete, that you can look back at the years of struggle and say, "Thank you. I see now what you were for." That is the nature of true restoration. It is not a return. It is a quantum leap. A selection of a state so far beyond the old one, it renders it obsolete. And know this, that power within you, that silent observer, has seen it all. It has felt every tear. It has registered every moment of quiet desperation. Every night you stared at the ceiling and wondered, is this all there is? There is no judgment in this observation. None at all. Your struggles are not a mark of shame. They are a testament to your journey. This acknowledgement is the first step toward your healing. Your pain is seen. Your loss is validated, not by an external judge, but by the deepest part of yourself. This is crucial. You cannot build a new world while pretending the old one didn't hurt. You must face it, feel it, and allow the I am within you to use that very feeling as the fuel for the coming transformation. That feeling of lack is the fertile ground from which the tree of abundance will grow. It is the contrast that makes the new vision so sharp, so clear, so undeniably real. This restoration, you see, is an inside job. It happens first in the unseen realm, in the workshop of your imagination. Before a single dollar is returned, before a single relationship is mended, before your purpose becomes clear in the outer world, it must first be an absolute, unshakable reality within you. You must begin to feel what it would feel like if your years were already restored. What does that peace feel like? What does that renewed strength feel like? You must assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This is the key, the feeling. You must walk through your inner world as the man or woman who has already received the promise. This inner conviction is the seed. The outer world has no choice but to conform to the blueprint you impress upon your own consciousness. It is law. Your inner world is the cause. The outer world is merely the effect, the shadow cast by the reality you hold within. So the promise is not a distant event you must wait for. It is a state of being you can select, right here, right now. It is an operant power humming beneath the surface of your awareness, waiting for you to turn your attention to it. The years of lack were not a punishment. They were a period of you inhabiting a certain state of consciousness, that's all. And you, as the master of your own awareness, have the power to simply shift, to select a new state. The state of restoration, the state of fulfillment, the state of knowing that you already are everything you desire to be. The feeling of loss is just a memory of a past assumption. Now you are being called to make a new one. This is where the real work begins. It's not about fighting the old. It's about embodying the new. Now go deeper. Many of you have been taught to simply cope, to manage your pain, to live with the scars and accept a lesser version of your dreams. That is the philosophy of a world asleep. It is the advice of those who do not understand the power that resides within you. Let me be clear. The promise of restoration is not a promise to help you cope. Coping is a state of perpetual lack. It is the assumption that the damage is permanent. The power that I speak of, the I am of your very being, does not deal in half measures. It is not a cosmic handyman that patches holes. It is the creator of all things. Its intention is not for you to survive the memory of the locusts, but to enter a state of abundance so complete that the memory itself is healed. You are not here to settle for a life of good enough. You are here to experience the fullness of a reality born from your highest imaginings. Banish the thought of coping. Assume the state of thriving. Here's what changes everything. Your past pain, your deepest losses. They are not liabilities. They are assets. In the alchemy of consciousness, your greatest wounds become the source of your greatest power. The years you thought were wasted were actually forging a depth of character and a capacity for compassion you could have acquired in no other way. The consciousness that has known profound emptiness is the only vessel strong enough to hold profound fullness. Your breakdown is the raw material for your breakthrough. The I am within you will take the lead of your suffering and transform it into the gold of wisdom. Your story of loss will be transmuted into a testimony of power, a beacon of hope for others who are still lost in the dark. You will not just be restored, you will become a restorer. Your scars will not be ugly marks to be hidden. They will be the map that guides others home, but you must release your grip on how this restoration will appear. The human mind operates in straight lines. It wants what it lost, in the exact form it lost it. If a relationship ended, it wants that person back. If a business failed, it wants that specific business to succeed. But the infinite consciousness within you does not operate on such a limited plane. Its ways are mysterious, creative, and always, always for your highest good. Sometimes restoration comes not in the return of what was lost, but in the arrival of something you could never have imagined. A new opportunity, a deeper connection, a more profound relationship with the very power that is bringing this about. Your only job is to assume the feeling of being whole, prosperous, and loved. Define the end state, the feeling, and then surrender the details. The operant power knows the pathways. Your attachment to a specific outcome is the very thing that can block the miracle. Think of it this way: new wine requires new wineskins. The person you are today, forged by the very fires you lament, is no longer a match for the life you had before. The old job, the old relationship, the old mindset, they fit a previous version of you. To force them back into your life now would be to deny your own growth. Divine restoration honors the person you have become. It will bring you manifestations that are in perfect vibrational harmony with your new, expanded state of consciousness. What is coming is not what was. What is coming is a reflection of the greater being you now are. It will feel more natural, more aligned, more you than what you lost. So when you pray, when you imagine, don't look backward with longing. Look forward with assumption, knowing that what is being prepared for you is custom-made for the powerful creator you have grown to be. So this isn't about getting your old life back. It's about stepping into a new one. A life where the past is not a source of regret, but a source of strength. A life that doesn't just look good on the surface, but feels right in the depths of your soul. This understanding is the key that unlocks the door. It frees you from the prison of the past. It dissolves the illusion that any part of your journey was a mistake. Every detour, every dead end, was secretly guiding you to a higher path. It was all part of the plan. And this leads to an even more profound realization about the very nature of time itself. A realization that will shatter your perception of wasted years forever. Now, let's shatter the greatest illusion that holds you captive. The illusion of the past. You look back at your wasted years as a series of mistakes, a permanent stain on your record. But from the perspective of the I am within you, the one true reality, there are no mistakes. There are only experiences. There are only choices that led you down paths that were necessary for your soul's expansion. That power, your own consciousness, is a master weaver. It can take the tangled, broken, and discolored threads of your past and weave them into the most magnificent design. The shame you carry, the regret that keeps you up at night. That is a story you are telling yourself. It is an assumption you keep alive. From a higher view, every supposed failure was a lesson in disguise. Every wrong turn was a necessary detour to teach you something you could not have learned on the main road. Your past does not define you. It has only prepared you. Here is a secret known by the mystics of all ages. Time is not the rigid, unchangeable line you believe it to be. The power within you is not bound by clocks or calendars. It operates in the eternal now. And because of this, it can accomplish in a moment what your logical mind believes would take a lifetime. This is the law of accelerated redemption. The universe, in its infinite intelligence, can orchestrate a comeback so swift, so complete, it will leave you breathless. The years you felt you were waiting, stagnating, falling behind, that was a preparatory season. You were not being delayed. You were being strengthened. Your character was being forged. Your desire was being purified. Your faith was being tested until it became unbreakable. God does not need 30 years to restore what was lost in 30 years. When you shift your state of consciousness, when you truly assume you are restored, a divine acceleration is set in motion. Your destiny is not fragile. Let that sink in. It is not a delicate plan that can be shattered by one poor decision or a decade of aimless wandering. Your true purpose, the divine idea you are meant to express, is resilient. It is encoded in the very essence of your being. It is the mighty river, and your life is the water. You may have meandered into stagnant pools or followed strange tributaries, but the river's inexorable pull toward the great ocean of fulfillment is never, ever lost. As long as you are alive, as long as there is breath in your body, you are one decision, one new assumption away from rejoining the main current. Stop believing the lie that you have missed your chance. That is the voice of the devil, the voice of doubt. Your potential is not a finite resource that you can use up. It is an infinite wellspring, always available, waiting for you to draw from it once more. The power to do this lies in your selection. You must stop identifying with the character in your story who made the mistakes. That person is a memory. You must now choose to embody the hero of the story, the one who has overcome, who has learned, who is now wise and powerful because of the journey, not in spite of it. This is not about pretending the past didn't happen. It's about changing your relationship to it. It's about withdrawing your creative power, your attention, your feeling of I amness from the state of regret and placing it fully in the state of redemption. When you walk, talk, and think from the assumption that your comeback is already a fact, you command the elements of your world to rearrange themselves to reflect this new truth. This is the only work you have to do, to change your conception of yourself. So you see, the past is redeemed. It's no longer a judgment, but a training ground. Your future is not a fragile hope, but a resilient certainty. And time is not your enemy, but a flexible medium that bends to your state of consciousness. This is the freedom you were born for. This is the truth that sets you free from the chains of if only. But this restoration is not about reclaiming a forgotten past. It's about creating a magnificent future. It is an exclusively forward-moving process. It does not look back. And understanding this principle is the key to preparing for what is to come. You must now grasp the fundamental direction of this power. It is an arrow shot from the bow of eternity, and it only moves forward. The entire universe is in a constant state of expansion, of becoming, and so are you. Your consciousness is not designed to go backward. To wish for the past is to fight against the very current of life itself. True restoration, therefore, is not a return. It is an evolution. It's about taking the wisdom, the strength, and the raw material of your past experiences and building something new, something greater, something more magnificent than you could have conceived of in your old state of being. You are not meant to rebuild the life that crumbled. You are meant to use the cleared ground to erect a monument to your own divinity, a testament to the creative power of your I am. Stop looking over your shoulder. The future is where your power lies. The now is where you create it. Here is the secret treasure you've overlooked. The hardships you endured were an investment in your own greatness. Within the ruins of your past lies a treasure of immense value, a new version of you. The fires of adversity were not meant to destroy you. They were meant to refine you. They burned away the dross, the ego, the false securities, the childish notions of how life was supposed to be. And what remains? A core of pure strength, a newfound humility, a resilience that cannot be broken. The person you have become through your trials is infinitely more valuable than what you lost. You traded temporary external things for permanent internal qualities. What a magnificent exchange. You thought you were losing, but you were gaining. You were gaining the character, the empathy, and the wisdom necessary to handle the immense blessings that are now coming your way. This forward movement doesn't erase the past, it consecrates it. Every brick of your old life, even the broken ones, will be used as the foundation for the new. Nothing is wasted. Your consciousness, the master builder, knows how to use every single experience. The memory of betrayal teaches you the value of true loyalty. The sting of poverty fuels your desire for true abundance. The pain of loneliness deepens your capacity for profound connection. You see? The past becomes the rich, fertile soil in which the seeds of your future will grow. It is not something to escape from, but something to build upon. When you stand in your restored reality, you will see with perfect clarity how every single event, no matter how painful at the time, was a necessary and perfect step on the path that led you to your glory. And this restoration is not just for you. Oh no, it is so much bigger than that. As you move forward, healed and whole, you become a lighthouse. Your journey out of the darkness becomes a living map for everyone who is still lost at sea. You don't have to preach a word. Your very presence, your peace, your quiet confidence will be a testament to the power that resides within all of us. People will see in you the proof that a comeback is possible, that wasted years can be redeemed, that a broken life can be made new and more beautiful than before. Your personal restoration will have an impersonal, positive ripple effect on the world. This is part of the divine plan. Your victory is not your own. It is a victory for the human spirit, a demonstration of the God power that awaits its awakening in every soul. So this is the nature of the promise. It is a force of evolution, pulling you ever forward. It transforms the poison of your past into the nectar of your future. It makes you a pillar of strength and a beacon of hope. It is a creative process, not a restorative one in the human sense. It builds, it expands, it elevates. And now that you understand the what and the why, we arrive at the final, most crucial step. A power so immense requires a vessel prepared to receive it. If this grand, forward-moving restoration is your divine inheritance, there is only one question left. What must you do to become ready? And so we arrive at the heart of the matter. The promise is real. The power is present. The restoration is already prepared for you, existing as a vibrant reality in the infinite realm of consciousness. But a great flood of blessings cannot pour into a vessel that is not ready to receive it. You must become spiritually prepared. This means you must be open, willing, and in a state of complete surrender. Surrender not to defeat, but to the wisdom of the I Am within you. It means letting go of your frantic need to control the outcome, to figure out the how and the when. Your only work is to prepare yourself, the vessel, to make yourself an empty cup, ready to be filled to overflowing, to align your inner state so perfectly with the reality you wish to experience that there is no room left for anything else. This readiness is not a passive waiting. It is an active, conscious, and deliberate state of being. To do this, you must first pour out the poisons that are already filling your cup. There are 3 great obstacles that block your good: bitterness, regret, and fear. Bitterness is the anchor that chains you to an ancient injustice, forcing you to relive the pain again and again. Regret is the ghost that whispers of your past mistakes, convincing you that you are unworthy of a beautiful future. And fear is the dark prophet that paints terrifying pictures of what might go wrong, an active prayer for what you do not want. You cannot move into your glorious future while carrying these heavy stones from your past. You must choose to put them down right now. They are not part of you. They are simply habits of thought, states of consciousness you have chosen to dwell in. And you, the operant power, can choose to dwell in them no longer. The release of these obstacles is not a struggle. It is a simple selection. In any given moment, you have a choice. You can choose faith, or you can choose fear. That is all. Faith is not a blind hope. It is loyalty to your unseen reality. It is the conscious act of withdrawing your attention from the evidence of your senses, the empty bank account, the silence from a loved one, the doctor's report, and placing it firmly upon the reality of your assumption. The feeling of being restored, the feeling of being whole, abundant, and free. Every time a thought of fear or bitterness arises, you must simply and calmly turn your attention away from it and return to your glorious assumption. This is the discipline. This is the great work. You are choosing your new state over and over until it becomes your natural dwelling place. To strengthen this new state, you must position yourself in the presence of your own power. This is your daily practice. Find time to be still, to enter the inner sanctuary of your imagination. This is your holy of holies. In this place you do not beg, you assume. You walk and talk and feel as the person you desire to be. This is your prayer. You revise the scripts of your past and you write the glorious scripture of your future. You feel gratitude not for what you see, but for the creative power of the I Am, which is your own wonderful human imagination. This inner worship, this alignment with your true self, is what heals the hidden wounds. It refines your character. It purifies your motives. It makes you a magnetic being, a perfect vibrational match for the blessings that are seeking you. The time for waiting is over. The preparation is the final step and you are taking it now. You are emptying the vessel of all that is old and unworthy. You are choosing faith over fear. You are aligning yourself with the creative power within. You are no longer the person who lost. You are the consciousness through which all things are restored. You are ready. Feel this readiness now. Let it permeate every cell of your being. The past is redeemed, the future is assured, and the gates are opening not in the distant future, but in this eternal moment. Now, you have made yourself ready. Be prepared for the evidence to appear. You are no longer the person who was broken. You are the power that restores. What you feel now in this very moment is the blueprint for your tomorrow. You are not waiting for a miracle. You are the miracle. So, what restored reality are you ready to assume as fact right now? Let me know in the comments below. What truth about yourself did you remember while listening? Subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because this is not an event, it's an awakening. And if this journey redeemed your past, the next one will teach you how to command your future. Click the video on your screen now. It's time to go deeper.